It's Tuesday afternoon, and you all know what time it is. The Drive-Thru Sim series is back in action, round number 12 here in Season 2. For the very first time, the Sim series goes to the newly resurrected Nazareth Speedway. As usual, pre-qualifying is already underway, and we have a fantastic event lined up. Do you call it a short track? Do you call it an intermediate track? Doesn't matter, the racing's gonna be fantastic. Thank you all for being here. Once again, Trace Ryder is gonna be in the pits.
Hey, hi, Hayden.
And Nort subbed. Oh, hi Nort. Thank you so much, for the resub. Nort also gifted me Discord Nitro today, just out of the blue. We love Nort. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. Oh, thanks. Also, hi everyone in the chat. I would shout you all out, but there's so many people. Thank you for coming out here nice and early. We have a 10-minute session here for pre-qualifying. 14 cars all on track. The top 7 make it into the main field. Then we're going to move on to the main qualifying event. And then, of course, 102 laps here at Nazareth. It's the Mario Andretti 200. Thank you so much, everyone who is here. I need to get my YouTube chat up. That will take just a second. And also look at the running order. So, driver changes for this week. Nick Sant is behind the wheel of the 24 again. He's had fantastic success in his first start in that car earlier this season. Nitro's in the 40. Pantallica's in the 46. Sabretooth is back behind the wheel of his own number 66. And other than that, it's the usual suspects. Nitro XP's in the 52 again. John Felber's in the 34? No. David Don's in the 34. There you go. I know what I'm doing. This is my show. Oh, all the love in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, yo. So, 7 minutes left in the session. Nitro on top of the board with a 27.546 ahead of Carter Friesen. Oh, never mind. Carter Friesen just jumped to the top with a 27.4. So these guys are still finding some speed on this track. Pretty difficult one here at Nazareth. It's just under a mile in length and very, very, very flat. Plus, there's a fun dog leg on the front straight. Oh, hi, Mark. Mark followed me on Twitch. You're using Twitch now. I appreciate that. Yeah, imagine being a nerd watching this on YouTube right now. Come on.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Nitro XP in the 52 just moved up to second. That's a pretty good run for him. He's had a good number of DNQs this season, but he's been one of the better drivers behind the wheel of the 52. That Power Sport Racing entry, generally a revolving door with, I think, 3 different drivers throughout the season. Carter Friesen in first, Janza in second, Luke Rainey in third. Pretty much the 3 drivers you would expect to see at the top of the leaderboard here in pre-qualifying. Although Luke Rainey has had a few troubles in the past 4 races. I believe he's DNQ'd 3 of them. And Nitro jumps up to second in that number 40. David Don to the top of the board, 27.388. Powersport Racing's got some decent speed. Remember, the top 7 in this event are going to move on to the main qualifying session. Carter Friesen just beat David Don's time to put himself back on top. Emmett Lashbrook up into 4th. Jansen falls down to 6th. A Nitro XP was on the bubble, but now he got knocked down by John Jones in the 43. So Nitro XP on the outside looking in. At the back, Pantallica, Nick Sant. Nick Sant struggling just a little bit. He just set a new lap time equal to Nitro XP's. That's only good enough for 9th. As Luke Rainey's going to throw on some new tires, and with 5 minutes left in the session, he's going to head out and get another run. Jared Preston plays YT, who has qualified for a lot of races recently, currently sitting down in 10th place with a 27.518. David Don to the top of the board again, 27.250 ahead of Janza and Carter, and then VGO3 up in a 4th. So John Jones gets dropped out of the top 7. Ringo, did you just try to send me bits and fail? Is that what I just saw? David Dawn's having a great run in that 34. Although he's all alone now. I don't think they've stuck new tires on it yet. He's got a 1/10 of a second over Janza in second. Which at a track this short is pretty incredible. Oh, thank you, Nort. I love the corgi bits. I'm sorry it doesn't show up on screen. You can blame Ben for that. But I do appreciate it. Cigar, 7 cars are going to make it today. So half of the pre-qualifying field. Pretty good odds. So 7 cars are going to make it in. Right now, Nitro is on the bubble. In fact, he set the exact same lap time as Emmett Lashbrook, who's currently sitting in 6th. And J.R. Preston plays YT on the outside looking in. Luke Rainey's still in the pits here. I don't know if he went out and came back in or if they might just feel safe. I mean, he's sitting in 5th. Kind of close to the cut line. A little bit dangerous.
Am I trying to be waiting for a cleaner track? Not many cars usually in the pre-qualifying, but might just be waiting for a little bit more rubber on the track, try to get that little bit of extra advantage. Or maybe he feels comfortable he's in the transfer spot. Never know.
Well, they're heading out right now. So I guess he's waiting.
He's in the transfer spot.
Yeah, 10 minutes to go, or 10 minutes, 3 minutes to go in the session. They're gonna get that 2 back out on track for some flying laps. 100 bits, thank you, Nort. Corky. Thank you so much.
100. How about now? This corgi will not be suppressed.
Thank you so much, Nort. You don't have to donate bits. Oh my gosh, you're too nice. You literally gave me Discord Nitro. That's like, you're good for the week. That's all I need. But I love the corgi bits. They're adorable. Thank you so much. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the session. David Dawn still on top of the board. Janza, Carter Friesen, some of the usual suspects. Then VGO3 in 4th. Luke Rainey, Emmett Lashbrook, and Nitro looking to qualify their way into this event. So the top 7 are going to move on to qualifying. Then we're going to have all 42 cars on track, setting the order for the event. Should be a good time. Nor, you don't have to donate bits every time you come into my stream. Nitro XP's fallen down to 11th. It looked like he had a strong showing early on, but not great speed in the 52 right now. As we see Nick Sance in the pits, that's probably not a good sign. Down in 10th, they might just be packing it up. Pantallica sitting at the bottom of the order in that 46, when his teammate might actually qualify into this event. So Pantallica will not make his first Sim Series start here today. One minute to go here in pre-qualify. The order staying pretty much unchanged. Nick Sant's going to come out on track, see if he can set a flying lap here. He'll have fresh tires, although he's going to be behind one of the slowest cars on track, and that's the 46 of Pantallica. Emmett Lashbrook just jumped up to 4th and knocked VGO3 down a spot, but so far, both of the mechanized racing cars are going to be making it into this event. Let's see what kind of a lap Nick Sant can pull off here. Because it's do or die for the 24. That's okay, Nord. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. And all the bits. I love it. At the line, check the time. 27.9. He's half a second too slow. He'll have one more chance here if Nick Sant can complete this lap. He made a very impressive showing a couple weeks ago in his first attempt here in the Carnation Motorsports number 24, which has just been a total mess of a car all season long with drivers in and out. But now with Lays on board, Nick Sant has been pretty impressive. See what his lap time is here at the line. 27.6, not fast enough.
So with Nick Sant in that Carnation Motorsports 24, what happened to F1 fan?
F1 fan left.
Oh.
Suddenly departed from the Sim Series shortly after being traded.
Well, I can see how that would have a negative impact on your psyche.
Going from a chartered ride to an uncharted ride. I think he DNQ'd once and then that was it. But the order is now set. Take a look at the standings. The top 7 once again are going to move on into the main qualifying event. And let's get that going right away. No, drivers don't go to your cars.
Drivers, get away from the cars. No cars.
Drivers, hold on, wait, we have more people to add. Real quick, drivers, just wait. We'll get these guys up in the main roster. Did the SSL race today? No, they're currently taking a break because they're going from France down to the US. So they do have an off week this week.
Wouldn't that be a cross to the US?
What did I say?
Down.
France is higher than the US, right?
No.
Someone look up the latitude of...
I'm looking at the world map right now.
Wait, no, the longitude.
World map.
Is France further north than the United States?
It's like directly across from Maine.
All right, so it's above most of the U.S.
Still have to go across the ocean.
All right.
Down would imply that
they're flying across to the U.S. Are you happy, Trace?
Yes. Yes.
This is Trace Ryder, everybody. We're glad to have him as a pit reporter.
Trace Semantics Ryder is what they call me.
Okay, let's get these guys in. Mechanized Racing having all 4 cars starting this event. I think that's 2 in a row for VGO3 in terms of starts. So
I don't even know what Andorra is. Cigar.
Geography. All right. It's time for qualifying. All 42 cars on track at once. 10 minutes. Sets the order. And that's pretty much it. Also, what's up, Midlife? Welcome on in. That is the stream daddy Midlife with his gold bit badge. How do they transport the cars overseas? In a boat, but like a fast boat.
What?
I don't know. Do they fly race cars?
Well, I mean, not.
They have 2 weeks to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like they would load up on like one of those cargo ships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Those don't go very fast. I don't know if you probably can't fit
cargo plane. They'll take a few planes.
It would, yeah. I mean, fitting the equipment you need in a truck and then putting it on a plane, you need at least like a C5 Galaxy in order to carry that much. We use an aircraft carrier.
In a 747. Anyways, qualifying underway.
The DTSS and DTSAL have purchased an aircraft carrier to park all the cars on deck, and it's like a moving pit road, you know, one end of the ocean to the other. That's canon.
You heard it here first, folks. Qualifying gets underway here at Nazareth. Some early takers on the track, notably the number 61 of Pure. Running that beautiful Spotify paint scheme this week. But Austin Ripp is the first one to set a lap time in the 84 ahead of last week's race winner, Xander M. In fact, the only one to set a lap time so far with a 39.3. Not particularly quick. Here come the lap time. Savage Toy Show, 27.877.
That likely will not stand.
Oh, definitely not. But with only a mile-long track here, it's going to get pretty busy pretty quick. Oh, we can see it already. Look at this. We got Rusty Broussard, DS Gaming, Austin Ripp. They're almost bumper to bumper heading here through the dog leg turn 1.
27.6.
Pretty good, but I think we're going to see some of these lap times come in. There we go. AFK Master with a 27.5. AFK had a really good run last week in Pocono. The O2's getting pretty close to the Chase-Off's cut line. If he gets 3 great finishes in a row, we could see him make the Chase-Offs as the 3rd car from XMRC.
That would make XMRC the most represented one in the Chase-Offs, correct? If that were to
that's a good question. I don't know if any team has...
No quarter has two different race winners.
McShane Motorsports has Priya and Flynn. Jake 24 is on the cut line right now. So it's close. So if Jake gets a couple good finishes, we could have 3 McShane Motorsports cars in. But it's definitely tight. Carnation and Jake are tied on the cut line right now, and the only reason Carnation is in and Jake is out is just based off his best finish so far this season.
You hate to see it. Midlife to second on the board at a 27.3.
And Lashbrook in third. And VGO3's up in 8th. Wow, Mechanized Racing is really loving this track. Apart from the boss man himself.
In the top 5, we're dropping to Hunter B to 4th at a 27.49. AFK Masters 27.33 is the mark to beat right now. The closest one is Midlife with the 27.38. 5/100s off of that pole time right now.
Special paint scheme this weekend in honor of Veterans Day. Asteroid Strike 9 is running a American flag style paint scheme on his number 98 in memory of his cousin who passed away in Iraq. So hopefully get a pretty good showing. It's a great story. And really a beautiful car too. Hopefully it does well.
And it was apparently... well, not apparently, but so many people across so many different countries that have people serving in their militaries have lost people before their time, defending their freedoms, protecting their country, serving their country, and some give the ultimate price. And it's nice that he's honoring his relative today.
So we hope that he does well. Midlife, top of the board still, 27.280. AFK Master in second. Savage Toy Show up into third.
The first one hit the 27.2. Savage back into the top 5 as well. And Janza with a surprise appearance in 4th place.
NASCAR Lover just jumped his way up into second, and he's in the middle of this train of cars.
Seems like a draft might be in effect here.
Well, it's such a short track and so slow in the turns because they're so flat. I don't know if the draft is that effective. But it's good to see they don't have a problem with dirty air. And he can get through these corners just fine, even tucked up almost right
Brad
behind
Flynn
the 42.
The 27.319. A lot of names you don't see up here very often.
Well, Flynn's had a
pre-qualified is in 10th place right now.
Flynn's had a quiet but good season. He's sitting 5th in the points, just based off of consistency. He has that one win, but
Mick Spookboy to the top of the board, 27.274.
whoo boy, that 6 is quick. So Spookboy to the top. See if we can find him on track here.
Janza takes 3rd back, drops NASCAR Lover to 5th. Asteroid Strike to 4th as well in the 27.3.
Carnation to the top of the board, 27.258.
Yikes, they are flying around this track.
4 minutes left here in qualifying, and the order keeps on shaking up. See if we can find where the heck Carnation is. There he is. He's got some clean air. So I don't think it's a draft situation here. That was just a great all-around lap. So as someone sitting on the cut line for the chase-offs with only 3 races to go in the regular season, Carnation's got to get it done. But he's proving right now that he still has some speed behind that number 95. Sitting at the top of the board with just over 3 minutes left. Thanks for the host, Cody. CodyHGaming, currently sitting down in 14th. Sorry, make that 16th as a couple more guys have jumped up. Julio Caesar, 9th. Not something you normally see from the 42. Spookboy, 27.234. So the 6 and the 95 look like the cars to beat right now. Spookboy just barely getting ahead of What Incarnation on the leaderboard. Ringo asks, Trace, is there any significance of the number 39 to you?
Kinda. My typical number is 9. 9 is the very first number I ever wore in any sport ever. Like everyone drives the 9 in iRacing, and I just took the 39 because it looked cool. And that's so kind of.
That's fair. Emmett Lashbrook jumped up to second. He's squeezing in between Carnation and McSpookboy. Boy, that 08's been quick. Jan's as
There's
well.
some people who've been popping up into the top are now dropping like rocks. Savage Toy Show's in 20th place right now. AFK Master, who was at one point on pole, is in 15th. And Hallow I'm You, who made an appearance early on, got into the top 5, is 34th.
Yeah, if you don't keep it up, we're seeing drivers falling way back. Did I just get the wall coming out of turn 2? Is that what I saw? He might have.
Might have just brushed
Might have
it.
just grazed it.
Just kissed it.
Oh, he stayed off. He just barely kept it off the wall. I'm impressed.
That probably puckered a little bit. I'm really, I have to say, I'm really impressed with Janza right now in 4th place, an independent driver, out there just trying to make it, and is in 4th place right now.
And as we're getting to the end of the season, we're going to start getting into some silly season talk and possible charter moves, especially the 00 of No Quarter Motorsport. Rolo currently sitting down in 39th. Not a fantastic performance at all at any point during the season. And possibly losing a charter there, and maybe the 47 picking up, maybe the 33.
Involved in quite a few wrecks so far this season as well. But the top half of No Quarter has been great. The bottom half is not. Rumors are swirling that this might be Trace Ryder's second to last season in the car. He's contemplating even retiring after this season.
Might not have a charter in that car.
And trying to find somebody to take that seat.
Speaking of No Quarter Motorsport, Hello I'm You in the 85. Good response. He's back up into 4th place.
Oh, there it is.
So they threw some tires in that car. Got a quick lap in here as time winds down. Drivers will have a chance to finish whatever lap they started. And then we'll go through the order and get this race underway. So pretty good run from Carter Friesen as well. He's up into 7th place. AFK
Another
Master
quiet
8th.
driver.
Nas Clever having one of his better qualifying sessions of the season. He's in 10th. Julio Caesar 13th. Good run from him.
Is this his best qualifying session? I feel like this is the best that he's.
It might
qualified.
be, because the 3 is far down the order in points. Yeah, he's currently sitting 32nd behind Luke Rainey and Janza, who have each started at least 2 less races than him.
This might be his best chance in that 3.
Well, these drivers.
It's so great to see competition brought back to Nazareth. Such a great track.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. All right, so as usual here in the Sim series, we're going to go ahead and fake ourselves a qualifying session and then save the results.
McSpookboy taking the pole for this race. I was gonna read the order, but then it disappeared. So
I'm sorry.
Nah, it happens.
So now we get a 5 or so minute little break when we're going to go ahead and set the order and just chat. That's cool too, right? How is this game still alive? The modders, that's how. Seriously, this would be nothing without the modders.
I'd like to give a shout out to you for choosing the perfect Mario Andretti face
Oh yeah.
for this.
I'm proud of that logo, I gotta say. I'm really proud of that logo, actually. All right, so this decided to move my folder around. That's not great. I've got to re-find my end of 2003 folder. That's fun. And Nazareth, here we go. Okay, order being set. Forgive me if this process takes a few minutes. It's the best we can do with this system from the year 2003.
If you don't like it, well, it's nothing you can do about it, honestly.
If you don't like it, then, I mean,
Then
you don't like it,
code
I
us-
guess.
Code something better. I don't know. What do you want from me?
There you go. That's pretty good. Do it yourself. I don't know how to open and edit whatever kind of file this thing is. Doing a little ASMR there, Trace.
Yep.
A little bit of tapping.
Just a little.
I'm into it. I'll tell you that much.
Put everybody to sleep before the race.
Sir, we can't simulate races in iRacing. If they had AI, maybe. But hey, if you're into iRacing, tomorrow night at 7 p.m., Trace Ryder, as well as Ed Soundhead, are going to be racing. I'm going to be spotting and coaching because Ed just recently picked up iRacing. But if you're interested in iRacing content, do check it out. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a good time. There's a little convenient timer if you're in a different time zone down below. On Twitch, that is. If you're on YouTube, I mean, you're just a nerd. Anyways, enough talking. I got to set this order up.
Yeah, you're only on the top 10. Yikes.
Hey, you're supposed to be chatting to them.
And
I can focus on this order.
am.
Yeah? Fantastic. Trace Ryder, everybody. He streams on Twitch too, believe it or not.
I do. I'm ready for the ultimate power move. I'm going to shout out myself in your chat.
Oh my goodness. Nothing more powerful than the self shout out.
Boom. You love to see it. Anyway, so I'm interested. Now we're getting close to the end of the season. Who's going to lose rides? Who's going to become a free agent? Who's going to pick up charters?
I've heard some things that I'm not allowed to say. But there are some drivers who are interested in finding some new employment. Because let's say there have been some questionable decisions made by some team owners so far.
Yeah, like you. I mean, I don't know what you could call questionable, but I would call cutting a previous points leader to be a questionable decision by any team of any kind
absolutely.
ever.
So there's going to be a lot of movement. I don't know if it's going to be as hectic as between season 1 and season 2, but you've got a lot of these up and coming drivers. There's a lot of part-time guys who want full-time rides. There's a lot of amateur league guys who want to move into the Sim series, and not a lot of place for them to go. So it'll be interesting to see who gets cut, if anyone gets cut, and if we're going to see any more of these weird Sim series trades we've had. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, order set.
Cool.
Which means we're getting ready to get on with the race.
It is time to turn them loose and inevitably watch them all burn and crash, and they're gonna kill each other. It's gonna happen. It's just natural chaos. Of course, now that I say that, we're gonna go caution free from start to finish. Because that's how the Sim Series works. The minute you say something about the Sim Series, it's like, ha, you thought.
All right. The order's set. We saw pre-qualifying. We saw qualifying. We've already had some drivers go home early. But we all came here to watch some racing, and we're going to get this race underway. 102 laps here at the newly renovated Nazareth Speedway. What a beautiful track it is. Let's skip on over to the command and try not to miss it. I missed it.
Touchdown. Nice.
I tried to play it tight. I knew 20 seconds was going to be difficult. Driver's ours. All right, that's fine. That's close enough. That's good enough for me. DSGaming says, friendly reminder, I haven't signed with any team yet. Eyes emoji. There's some contracts available. Let's go on to the command.
Get up there, we get in the top 10, we ride. That's what we gotta do today.
McSpook Boy starting on pole. He already has a win this season, but he is pretty far down the points order with just a lot of really bad finishes. One Incarnation starting on the outside. His championship defending season at risk with only a few races left in the regular season, he is just above the cut line in the chase-offs. He needs a good result. Emmett Lashbrook in the 08 needs to prove himself if he wants to stay in that mechanized racing car. And Hello Mu, who already has, I think, 3 career wins, looking for number 4. Should be a lot of great action. The fuel run is around 51 laps. So they're going to have to pit at least once, but if they do once, they're going to be cutting it a little bit close. A brand new track in this series. I don't even know what to expect, but let's bring the action. Green flag in the air here at Nazareth. And immediately a good start from Carnation. Emmett Lashbrook peeking to the inside of McSpookboy, but no move there quite yet. Into turn 2, so flat. It should be advantage to the bottom side, but if Carnation can get a good run out of the corner, he may have some good speed down the back straightaway. Still side by side for the lead. McSpookboy on the inside, one Incarnation on the outside. Emmett Lashbrook trying to stay behind the 6 and push himself up into second place. And McSpookboy is going to lead the first lap of the Sim Series here at Nazareth. And it looks like there's a car in the wall. I think that was Rusty Brassard. Through turn 1, that flat dog leg, such a difficult part of the track. Emmett Lashbrook looking to clear the 95 of What Incarnation for second place as the rest of the field stays pretty much too wide all the way down the back straightaway. Not a great start for Rusty Brassard. He qualified pretty badly. Now he's going to go way down the order, as I think he just misjudged the kink and got up in the wall. Hello IMU now challenging What Incarnation. This is for third place. 85's got a good run out of the corner. And into turn 3. What Incarnation's just stuck on the top side. He can't get any momentum. And with fresh tires on a flat track, the bottom is most definitely the place to be. Emmett Lashbrook, meanwhile, closing in just a little bit on McSpookboy. About a car length back is the battle for the lead. Midlife and Asteroid Strike, maybe a bit of a battle here for 6th place. 98's having a little look, but it looks like mostly staying single file. Although the 92 of Ryan Johnston trying to make a move here on AFK Master. The 92 is on the move. He's already picked up 3 or 4 spots since the start of this race. And we're on lap number 5. But it looks like AFK Master doing a decent job of holding on to the outside. They've been side by side for about a lap now. But out of turn 4, it looks like it's just a losing battle. And Ryan Johnson in the 92 will take that spot.
Interested to see how the cars affect in the long runs here. The inside line being the stronger line around the track. As the tires wear, they're going to be moving up the track, and who's going to have the better runs. And interested to see how the long run's going to play out here. That team's not getting a lot of time, as this is the new track on the schedule, as we stated before. So it's interesting to see who's going to have the longer run car here if we do manage to stay green in the long run, as we are only 6 laps in.
Little Sim Series fun fact here from Tim Cigar. Emmett Lashbrook has led only 1 lap in the Sim Series, that being Iowa in Season 1, which was race number 2. And that was he started on pole, led the first lap, and hasn't led a race since then, although he's come very close. Here comes Hello IMU into second place, and we've got a caution. Oh, David Alvarez and Rollo. Lap number 7, and the first caution of the day, and it looks like the 00's in it yet again.
Wouldn't be a drive-through Sim Series race without a no-quarter motorsport car in the wall at one point.
A bit of damage for Priya McShane in the 41 as well as the 18 of DNP. And, boy, I feel like it's always these two guys. The 00 and the 11. Week after week, they're getting collected in wrecks. Let's go take a look at exactly what happened here. And it looks like it started with Priya and Austin Ripp coming out of turn 4. Priya just gets in Austin Ripp a little bit, gets turned by Jacob, hits into the inside wall, comes back across the track, and that collects Rollo and Alvarez.
Rollo and Alvarez had nowhere to go.
Oh boy, that was a pretty hard hit by both of them. Priya got sent into the inside wall by Rollo's teammate. And I don't know if Priya had much she could do here. Just gets tight off of the corner, trying to stay off of Austin Ripp, who doesn't get as close to the wall as I think Priya expects, and just bounces off the 84. Gets run into by the appropriately stickered number 0 of Jacob Hitz. A bounce off the inside wall and just along for the ride at that point. And Ferrullo and Alvarez, just wrong place, wrong time. I mean, really just nothing they could do. Let's ride on board here with Rollo, and we'll see this incident come together. I mean, nothing he could do, him or Alvarez. Such a shame for both of these guys.
Is that one? It is. The other commentator is heading up to the booth right now.
Perfect. Ryan asked, where's the live leaderboard? If you want live timing and scoring, go into the Discord and head down to the Amethyst Twitch sub chat. So if you are an Amethyst patron or higher, that's $5, or a subscriber on Twitch, which we have a lot of thanks to the great Ed Soundhead, you can get live timing and scoring to follow along with the Sim series. And we're going to have to follow along through this pit cycle here because McSpookboy comes in and the rest of the pack is going to leave him hanging.
Can the announcers get that too? It's not in the lounge.
Are you not subbed?
No, I'm not.
Wow,
What a guy.
nerd. I got you.
Sorry.
I got you.
College
I got
student,
it.
what are you
I'm on
Thank
it.
you.
I'm on it.
There you go.
So
Well,
Rollo, not Rollo, Spookboy comes in, Cody, CodyHGaming, and Fireball come in. But most of these cars are staying out. Of course, everyone at the back is going to come in. It's basically a free pit stop for them.
Interesting strategy starting to be played here.
So McSpookboy has led every single lap so far this race. Started from pole. He comes into the pits, and he's just hung out to dry. Pit window, Tim, is 50 laps.
You said.
Yeah,
I think.
51 if you stretch it, but it should be around 50 laps. So they're all definitely going to have to pit at least once. It's going to be tight for everyone who stays out, though. But tires could be the difference maker. And obviously a lot of these guys, boy, we got a lot of damaged cars back here. Nitro, DNP.
Yeah, it looks like after Priya hit the wall, a couple other cars smacked the wall with her.
Oh, boy. I mean, it's such a hard part of the track. They're going almost full speed down the front straightaway, and you've got this really quick, really flat turn 1 kink, and you can see the tire marks from Priya going straight into the wall.
Right into the apex, almost.
So Emmett Lashbrook is going to lead his first laps in the Sim Series in probably around 20-some races. It's been since race number 2 of Season 1. So we're going to skip on forwards to the green flag as we missed the first lap because I haven't been paying attention. But that's fine. Emmett Lashbrook starts in front. That's Hello, I'm You, and One Carnation. And Midlife's up into 5th. So, green flag out for lap number 12. And they're staying pretty much single file for now.
Those that pitted are now 35th on back, by the way, on this restart.
Thanks, Trace. So Midlife's starting to go a little bit wide. Asteroid Strike's looking to the inside. Having a peek, but Midlife tries to cover him off, then goes wide through turn 4, and we are caught up with real time. Perfect. Still with a little bit of a nose under, they're going to be side by side through the turn 1 kink. Asteroid Strike really starting to put the pressure on. Trying to get that 98 up into the top 5. And the rest of the pack behind them battling as well. Ryan Johnson is still making up spots. Getting past the 33 of Carter Friesen. AFK Master going to try and follow him up the bottom. Carter's going to lose at least a couple of spots here. Julio Caesar running pretty well so far. He's sitting on 11th. He's had a decent qualifying, and he stayed out of trouble so far. But hey, we're only 13 laps into this thing. So at the front, it's Emmett Lashbrook who leads, but Hello I'm You has been making his way up through the field. He's in second place and starting to put some pressure on the leader. Then One Carnation a little bit further behind with Janza behind him, and then Midlife, who's fended off a pretty valiant attack here from the 98 of Asteroid Strike 9.
Julio Caesar's underneath of...
Carter Friesen.
Yes.
He's been stuck on the top side for a number of laps. And early on, boy, the top side's tough. But it looks like he's actually cleared the 42 heading into turn 3. As his pack starts to spread out a little bit with some green flag racing. Hunter B goes a little bit wide in turn 1. Now he's going to be the outside through the long turn 2. Brad Flynn looking to pick up that 12th spot. At the front, Hello MU still about a car length behind Emmett Lashbrook.
Those two are pulling away now.
But Emmett Lashbrook is not able to pull away from the 85. And I wouldn't be surprised if Hello MU is looking to make a move here pretty quickly. Because it looks like he's being held up a little bit by the 08. Some of these damaged cars still driving around on track. We have no retirements from the race, despite the damage here to David Alvarez's number 11. The 41 of Priya McShane, who got the wall pretty good. DNP's got damage. Rolo's got damage. But they're still making decent pace. It doesn't look like they're going to be a big issue in terms of lap cars getting in the way of the leader, which is certainly not something new here in the Sim series. Ringo with some fun stats. Emmett Lashbrook has led 5 times more laps than his previous 27 races combined. Make that 9 times, because he is still stacking on these laps out front. And there was a little bit of worry here for Emmett Lashbrook. You know, team owner Mechanized Chaos was not incredibly impressed with the number of DNQs the 08 has had, but a pretty great run so far.
So they're finally hitting their stride in that team.
I mean, mechanized racing is some of the worst equipment that we've seen. They're typically like a sub top 20 team, all of their cars. So I think Midlife is probably the closest exception to that, since he's kind of been able to pick up the pace. But Emmett's been struggling, Mac has been struggling, VGO3 has been struggling. So not a lot of happy days in that camp this year so far for sure.
But they are liking this track. They got both of their Uncharted cars qualified in, and they have 2 cars in the top 5 right now. And as we get into a bit of a longer run here, drivers may be taking it easy, staying pretty much in line with each other all the way around the track.
So just pointed out that the top 4 is Toyota, Dodge, Chevy, and Ford. So one of each manufacturer is being represented right now.
We have honestly, yes. In the Sim series, we have a pretty good spread of talent across the 4 manufacturers.
Seems, though, that Dodge is currently dominating the top 10 as it's got 5 drivers in the top 10 right now.
Oh, boy.
You mean Ford?
That's what I meant.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
I
what I
only
meant.
see 2 Dodges.
Yeah, my bad. I am not a smart man.
Not a fantastic run for Chevy here. Apart from Carnation in 3rd, the next best Chevrolet is NASCAR Lover back in 15th.
Yeah, there's a couple clustered of them right there.
Ryan.
Toyota having a pretty quiet race, too. I mean, they've got a leader right now, but their next car is 5th, and then after that is 13th. So
Ryan Johnston in the 92, still making his way up through the field. A pretty good pass here on last week's race winner, Xander M. Good run from the 92 so far. Also, what's up, Ed? Welcome to the chat. I see you out there. I appreciate you. Xander now stuck on the outside. His teammate might be looking to pass him. AFK Master in the 0-2 he's strung together a nice little run of races. And like I was saying earlier on, if he gets a few good finishes in a row, we could be seeing 3 Xander M Racing Corp cars in the chase-offs in 3 races' time. Carter Friesen might be looking to capitalize as well. Once you get stuck on the outside, you're just at a disadvantage for a couple of corners, but Xander M looks like he's got it all figured out. And he's going to stay ahead of Carter Friesen and hold on to 9th spot. At the front, the story pretty much the same. Hello, I'm you, just a couple of car lengths behind Emmett Lashbrook. And What Incarnation struggling just a bit. He's about a second behind Hello right now. Cody's been falling back. Oh no, he's one of the guys who pitted. That's fine. He's down in 36th. So McSpookboy, who had led the first set of laps until that caution, decided to pit. No one at the front came in with him. He restarted 35th. He's up to 30th, but still a long way to go.
Interestingly, to point out that, I mean, we were only, what, 7-8 laps in when the caution came out?
Yeah, it was about 8, I think.
Not much of an advantage that it gave Spookboy in that 6 car. That pit stop. Restarted 36th, is climbed his way to 30th right now. So speed difference on the early runs, not much different than like some of the other tracks we've been to so far.
Well, I think when he came in, he expected a lot of the guys behind him to come in. We've seen a lot in the Sim series. Early cautions, everyone's coming in to get some tires. But McSpookboy came in and Emmett Lashbrook said, no, sir. The rest of the pack stayed with him. Can I make a thing for like chase-off standings that are live? Oh, boy. No.
That's your death wish, yeah. No.
That would be incredible, but also impossible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do appreciate the suggestion, though. And if you do have Sim series suggestions, please let me know. I'm always looking to improve the series, and I mean, I think we've seen that between the way Season 1 looked and the product that we have right now. We're constantly looking to get better. And constantly looking to get further up in the order. Here comes Midlife making a move on Janza for 4th place. It looked like Janza went a little bit wide, maybe through turn 2.
Ooh, might have been a little touch there.
Gotten really close together on the front stretch.
Just a little grind, let him know he's there. The dog like Jan's still holding that high side.
Looks like later on in the run, the high side maybe being at least a little bit more balanced. Because he held the high side through turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4 might be a little bit more difficult, but he's still there. They're getting close yet again on this front stretch.
Ooh.
But he's going to get really tight close to the wall through turn 1. It's difficult. But Janza's holding on.
Yeah, as we were talking early on in the broadcast, how much is tire wear going to affect passing on the inside as the runs go on? We're 32 laps deep on this one right now.
Valtteri, it's James. Please hold position.
Oh, the 98 up the inside. Boy, that was an aggressive move. Asteroid Strike saw Midlife got a bad run out of turn 2 and just sent it into turn 3. Thank you. I appreciate the follow there. DS Racing 1625. Welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy the show. We do this every Tuesday. It's a good time. I don't know if that's the same as DS Gaming. I think it is. DS Gaming, DS Racing. Got it. Welcome to Twitch. Thanks for making the switch. I appreciate it.
The Twitch switch.
So what looked like, you know, an offensive move here on Janza has turned into ultimate defense for the 83 of Midlife, because he got stuck on the outside when Asteroid Strike sent it in on him, and now here's Ryan Johnston knocking at the door in the 92.
He might have burned up the rest of his tire, or what's left of his tires there, trying to make that attack.
But now the 92 goes wide.
He's running 2/10 slower than the cars that are in front of him and behind him. So he's certainly not on the same level as everybody else right now.
That attack might have been a backfire.
At the front still, the 08 and the 85. Now 2 seconds ahead of What Incarnation. And you can see the gap. It's almost half a straightaway. But it looks like we're going to have laps traffic here pretty soon in the form of David Alvarez. And that battered up 11. But at a track like this, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. should do a figure 8 track. There it is. That would,
That should be the All-Star race next year.
oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's the Tony Stewart dream experience right there.
No, the Tony Stewart dream experience is with 10 to go, half of them will go forward and half of them will go backwards. That's the Tony Stewart dream.
He also said in that interview that they should just turn Talladega into a figure 8. Be better than what they got. So, technically.
What about a figure 9? There it is.
Close that gap on
Carnation. He's been all over him recently, though. It just looks like it's getting so hard to pass late in the run. And now he's going to be under attack from the 98. Astro Strike has been opportunistic, to say the least.
It seems like he's managed his tires and his equipment a lot better. He's just got a lot more late run speed here.
Boy, what a beautiful car. Really is fantastic. I love seeing that thing
Beautiful
on
car,
track.
beautiful story. You love to see it running well.
And it looks like the leaders have disposed of David Alvarez pretty quickly. Not too much of a problem there.
I have not seen the leaders move. Like, this distance has not changed between first and second. And they've just been pulling away from everybody at this point.
Oh, Hello's going a little bit wide through turn 2. Emmett Lashberg's coming in. So they're pitting early here.
Pit window. 10 laps short of that.
It might be just a tire call, and I think other people might have to respond. The 92 of Ryan Johnston also coming in. So this could be based off tire necessity rather than fuel necessity.
It's a long pit straight, though.
And it's not very straight, is it? The 3 of NASCAR Lover also coming in. Let's see if the leaders are going to respond.
It's a long way around for Lashbrook.
And they will. Carnation comes in, but Hello stays out. So maybe he was conserving his tires, just maintaining that gap to the leader. Hello MU is going to stay out for a couple more laps here, and pit road is getting busy.
That it is. Tires and fuel is going to be the call here. Early on in the race, probably some adjustments, maybe some air pressure adjustments, wedge adjustments. Little things to make the cars just handle that much better. On a flat track like this, it's really easy to wreck yourself. So you want to make sure that the car stays underneath you.
It looks like it'll be 4 tires from everyone. I would think so. But it might be right sides only. I'm not sure.
I doubt.
Yeah, it's going to be 4.
Go right sides only.
So it'll be 4, and let's see if Hello comes in. He does. So the 85 does come in, which means McSpookboy's probably going to end up out front because he's got those extra 7 or 8 laps of tires and fuel.
Now.
We're going to have to let the timing tick on over.
Yeah. 16th.
Boy, it's dangerous, this switch over here, as some drivers are coming out of the pits, some drivers are going back in.
Ah!
It's getting real busy on the backstretch here. And so McSpookboy is going to take over the lead because he hasn't pitted yet. And second place will be DS Gaming, as pit road is really busy. So McSpookboy and DS both who pitted. And
Wait for this time around to see where we're at.
it looks like mostly everyone else is going to be a lap down.
So currently being scored. Hello is still being scored for. Oh, there it goes. Now it's caught up.
Yeah, because
So,
he'll be coming around
DS
now.
Gaming, Nitro, Fireball, and CodyHGaming are your top 5 right now. Austin Ripp, Rollo, Savage Toy Show, DMP10, and Priya McShane fills out the
Caution! A caution midway through the pit cycle.
We got a caution.
Oh no, most of the field is trapped a lap down.
Oh no. Yeah, 18th on back is a lap down.
Oh, this is going to change the face of this race.
Asteroid Strike is a lap down. Xander's a lap down. Silas is a lap down. Ryan Johnston is a lap down. Midlife, AFK Master, NASCAR Lover. Carter Friesen had a strong run. Julio Caesar, more bad luck for him. Hunter was in the top 5. Wow.
Boy,
Yeah, from 18th
oh, we
on
got
back.
guys coming out of the pits wrong here. It's the oh no, it's Jake and Trace coming out of the pit road, and they get into each other. The 25's at the inside wall. He slides out on the racetrack, and that's what brings out the caution.
What the even just happened?
What a bizarre situation. I don't. The 39 just turned him. I don't know if this was related to some earlier incident or what.
Look, the 25 just didn't go.
Oh boy. That. Oh wow. They hit each other first on pit road here as Trace gets out of his
Oh,
box.
yeah, that might be what it's about.
And then they get stacked up behind the 55. And he just gets dumped. In a really dangerous spot. He's lucky he didn't go further out onto the track and pick up KHP. So, oh boy, this is mixing everything up. So, resulting in what ended up being an amazing call from McSpookboy, because he was out front. Now they're going to come in and pit, and the 60 decides to take his lap back. That's interesting. And everyone else on the lead lap looks like they're going to be coming in. Apart from, of course, the guys who just pitted.
All right, now the scoring has caught up. It is 16th on back, is now trapped a lap down.
Oh boy.
Including the hard-charging Ryan Johnston, midlife.
Oh,
So
DS
he's in
took
the
the
top
lead
10.
here. Through the pit cycle, DS Gaming had a better stop than the 6 of McSpookboy. He came in behind the 6. They threw their tires on, and despite him having the pole position box, DS Gaming, it's a way better pit stop. And he's going to get ahead of the 6, but that's not the lead of the race. And it looks like they're actually going to put McSpookboy in front. So never mind. The timing line is earlier than I thought it was. So now lap cars will have a chance to pit. And we're going to have to figure out who is where and what the order is. As the field paces here and gets ready to go green. So, Emmett Lashbrook is your leader again. Because he just pitted and then stayed out under caution. But he is way down the line. In fact, I think he's probably halfway down the line. So all these cars in front of him are almost a lap down. But Emmett Lashbrook is in first place. Then it's Hello MU, What Incarnation, Janza, Savage Toy Show, and then McSpookboy, who just pitted and got some fresh tires, as did DS Gaming, Fireball, CodyHGaming, DNP, Nitro, Austin Ripp, Priya McShane, David Alvarez, and Rolo Racing are on the lead lap. They're the last cars on the lead lap, just because they pitted early to get that damage repair. Everybody else is at the front of the line, but they're really about to go a lap down. So we're going to get the green flag here, but the leaders are way down the order, physically. Also, what's up, Fiasco? I'm glad you could pop in. Green flag in the air for lap number 48 of 102. They might be able to get to the end, but it's going to be really, really close. It's certainly going to be difficult. So let's see if we can find the leaders. It's the 85 of Hello I'm You to the inside. So new leader will be the 85. Jans is looking to the inside of What Incarnation as well. And it looks
a mess.
Yeah, and Hello I'm You looks like he's going to try and pick off some more
LA
lap
at
cars
rush
here.
hour.
Remember, he's got slightly fresher tires than some of these guys. He's now alongside Michael Deitch, putting him a lap down. Jans is up into second place. And we got a wreck. Someone's around in turn one. Big crash. The 25 and the 39 again. It's the same guys that caused the previous caution. We have another yellow, and that's going to be a relief to everyone who didn't get lapped by the leaders. And could this be retaliation? I'm not sure, but the 25 is looking destroyed. And they're still wrecking. The 9 and the 60 are in the wall. These were guys at the front of the lead lap. McSpookboy's involved too. Oh boy, we got a lot to unpack. Oh my goodness. Let's first take a look at the original incident, which happened in turn 1, and it was actually between the 39 and the 3 of NASCAR Lover. And he just gets dumped. And they're both in the wall, and Jake 24 just gets collected. Wow. I don't think there's anything Trace could have done differently. I mean, he came into the turn normally. Let's go on board here with NASCAR Lover and see if we can figure out what's going on. Yeah, he just got into him and puts them both in the wall. And then Jake 24 gets piled in.
That's a hard hit, too, for Jake.
So after the incident, what happened to McSpookboy? Oh, the 9 sends it in. Fireball.
What is he doing?
Absolutely throws it into the corner. Shoves
is
McSpookboy up the
absolute
track.
madness.
I don't think Spookboy's going to be happy about that one. The 9 squeezes up into him, and he gets turned and puts the 60 in the wall. Then McSpookboy goes around off the nose of CodyHGaming. I don't know if I can explain that one. I really
Oh
don't.
my God, what is happening? That has got to be the most bonehead move I've ever seen. I sent it 3 wide coming to the yellow.
Let's go on board here with Cody and
Wow.
just see what happens. Because there's the 9 behind him. And just sends it in, shoves McSpookboy up there. He has no choice but to move up the track. And then he squeezes into him on the front straightaway and gets turned. And ultimately, that's what puts him in the wall. And McSpookboy, unfortunately, just gets a little spin off the nose of Cody, trying to stay out of trouble. But it looks like he doesn't get any damage, so he should be okay. My goodness. My goodness. Nazareth is certainly putting on a show. So we're going to pick up our leaders here, which should be the 85 of Hello I'm You, as Mech is going to get his wave around, and the 47 gets turned by Jacob Hits.
What?
What? He's in second.
What is happening?
We're under caution.
He hit me under yellow.
He got hit under yellow. He just turns him. He just gets behind him and turns right. I can't explain that. I know I've said that a lot today, but I can't explain that.
What even is that?
So everyone else is going to try and get their lap back. My God, what's going on? It's a swarm. And hopefully we're going to get back in order properly and see what the Christ we're going to do now that Janza has a ton of rear end damage. So luckily most of the pack is going to get back on the lead lap in some sense or another. Savage Toy Show came in the pits, left with half of the car, but hey, he's back on track. And we have 1 retirement, and that's Jake 24. So the only retirement so far today has been from Jake 24.
The paint scheme on that 0 car has not been more appropriate than that moment right there.
The spoiler's like dipping down. Oh boy. And it's been involved in a couple incidents today, I'll tell you that much. First with Priya McShane, now with Janza, and I don't think drivers are too happy with Jacob Hits in the number 0. So under caution for the 3rd time today. NASCAR lovers got damage from the previous incident. DNP has damage from the first incident. But Hello I'm You is going to be in the lead with Janza in 2nd despite his rear end damage. DS Gaming's in 3rd. You see David Don pulling to the inside. He is a lap down. Then it's What Incarnation. And then it's Fireball, who now has a whole bunch of rear end damage from that front stretch incident following the wreck. Then it's McSpookboy and CodyHGaming, and Nitro is up into 8th. These are guys who'd been at the back of the pack and through pit strategy have just luckily ended up at the front here. Ryan Johnston is back on the lead lap. He's up into 11th, and actually most of the field is back on the lead lap, all the way down to 38th. So David Don, NASCAR Lover, and Trace Ryder are the only drivers a lap down. And they're probably happy we got a caution pretty early on in the run, and we didn't get a whole bunch more cars being put a lap down. But we're going to get ready to go back green again for lap number 54 of 102. And all these cautions, these drivers might be able to get to the end on fuel, but we might see pit stops for tires again. I don't know what to expect. Green flag in the air yet again at Nazareth. And Hello I'm You will clear these lap cars and stay ahead of Janza because he has so much damage.
Yeah, that rear end is not there anymore.
DS Gaming maybe having a peek to the inside for 2nd place. Hello I'm You now has 2 lap cars between himself and 2nd place.
And we saw that
stuck on
85
the
set
outside.
sail before, so...
I thought we saw smoke in the pits. Goodness. The chaos is over, at least for now. as CodyHGaming getting the inside of Fireball for 5th place. No, make that 6th place because McSpookboy passed them both. Boy. Spookboy's picked up a number of spots here.
Spookboy under Team Owner at 39.
He started down in 6th place, restarted down in 6th place, and now he's up into 4th.
That car's hooked up.
Well, we saw him lead early on. It's really been a no-quarter motorsport show here with Hello, I'm You and McSpookboy leading a bunch of laps, and then Team Owner Trace Ryder get involved in pretty much every incident, whether it's his own doing or not.
That seems to be the no-quarter luck.
DS Gaming sends it on the inside, trying to get past this lap traffic, and you can see Hello, I'm You just checking out.
He is now at a 1-second lead.
I would think even more now.
Waiting for timing to update.
He's quick. That's what matters.
He's already 1 second ahead. At the stripe last time by.
Janza has damage. The lap traffic he's trying to get by has damage. But I tell you what, that 47's not incredibly slow. And if they do get another pit stop, I feel like they'll sort of hammer the rear end into shape a little bit more.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affecting his overall speed so much. Might affect the handling a little bit. Hello out to a 1.3 second lead that time by.
McSpookboy, now he's having to deal with this lap traffic. CodyHGaming into the top 5 ahead of What Incarnation. That is Austin Ripp with one of his best runs of his career. And Xander M picked up a bunch of spots as well. He's alongside Nitro. So 4 cars under a blanket here, battling for 7th place. But Fireball is going to make the pass around the outside of Austin Ripp. Well done, especially this early in the run. Xander M is going to look to the inside of the 84, and maybe I shouldn't have praised the run that Austin had because he just lost a couple of spots and a couple of corners.
New fun fact up, Janza has finished runner-up 3 times in his drive-through Sim Series career.
And he's never won a race. So he's had a lot of second-place finishes, but never found his way to victory lane. But here he is sitting in 3rd place despite the rear-end damage. Looks like he still has a good amount of speed. I mean, he's keeping up with DS here. But McSpookboy is working on this lap traffic still. Who's this kid in the YouTube chat? Good night. Janza still working on the lap number 34 of David Dawn. McSpookboy still working on the lap number 3 of NASCAR Lover, and it looked like Trace Ryder's being put 3 wide. With all the damage he's got from 2 separate incidents, he's dropping like a rock right now. Cody now working on the 3. Jans has gotten clear of the 34, and now we're going to take a look at the gap at the front of the pack. Hello, I'm You has had a lot of laps here in clean air when DS Gaming and the rest of these guys were trying to work through lap traffic.
See you at the stripe.
So we're going to watch the lap times every time they go by. See if DS Gaming can start reeling this in. Boy, a couple of great weeks here in Pennsylvania for that number 15 team.
Man, I know I was going for a little bit, but how the hell did Cody get back up into 5th?
A lot, these guys who pitted early just got the benefit of the cycle with a timely caution. So McSpookboy, Cody, Fireball, Nitro, Austin Ripp.
Is that the 40 car in the top 10?
Yeah, Nitro's putting up the best run I think this car's ever had.
That's the first, like, top 30 I've seen out of that car. Huh?
So he's one of those guys who just benefited on the strategy.
We cannot come back to Pennsylvania ever again. This is just too much.
DS, did he make a mistake last time around? He had a terribly slow lap time. Now it just updated and it looks slower again. I don't know if that was I think that was a timing issue. It showed him being 3 seconds slower. DS kind of matching Hello's times. So he's 1.8 seconds behind the leader and not really catching him.
Gap has held steady at the 1.8 the past few laps.
The top 3 are all doing 27.36s-ish. And then McSpookboy is a little bit stuck behind the 34 of David Don, which might allow CodyHGaming and One Carnation to catch up. And then Xander M picked up a couple of spots. He's up into 7th place. Fireball's down into 8th. And then it's Austin, Ripp, and Nitro ahead of to AFK Master in the 0-2, Ryan Johnston, and Carter Friesen. And Chase Licouty, who we haven't talked about at all today. Carnation getting close to Cody. Close enough for a dive in turn 3, maybe. We've seen a lot of drivers try and make the move there so far today. But McSpookboy really having trouble getting past the 34 here if David Don. And Xander M's going to throw it up the inside of the 95. Two rivals from last season. Carnation's finally having a decent run this season, and here comes the 01. Looking to spoil a party. He's going to be the inside through turn 2. Won't get a good exit on the back straightaway. It looks like What Carnation might be able to hold on to that spot unless Xander sends it in again.
Caution's out. Caution's
Yellow again. Caution number 5, and it's Rusty Broussard.
That's caution number 4, you big dumb idiot.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Caution number 4, and it's Rusty Broussard. That's an oopsie
When I
whoopsie.
came back and say,
I'm pretty sure that's 5th, by the way.
well, then NR is completely broken because it said 3 before the caution came out.
Maybe it's 4th. I don't know.
The live timing says 4 yellow flags for 13 laps.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it was the
That's how
39
and it's Trace
again.
Right off the bumper of VGO3 too.
Yeah, VGO3 just sandwiched. Oh boy, I think Rusty thought he was clear of the 82. Trace had nowhere to go.
You gotta give him credit though. Despite not having any body panels left in that 39, it refuses to quit.
My goodness.
Yeah,
He caused one
pretty much
caution,
the same story, so.
and he's been collected in 2. Let's go on board here with
Same story, different
VGO3.
That's a 75% caution rating. I mean, that's impressive in and of itself.
So the 55 and the 82 are battling here for position. And it looks like Rusty Broussard just gets a good exit out of the corner, and VGO3 refuses to lift off. Rusty thinks he's clear, and he's not.
So close.
And that's that.
That's just a spotter failure right there.
Well, I don't know if it's a spotter failure so much as the 55 trying to push the envelope, and VGO3 saying no.
I think that might have been on the spotter a little bit because at that point, just at the spot that he was at, trying to get in front of him, it's tough to tell in your mirror, am I clear or not? And he went for it. Spotter probably didn't say anything until it was too late and he was hooked into the outside wall. So
with another caution here, all of the lead lap cars are going to come in. As expected, pit road's going to be pretty busy here.
Trace.
And what's the call going to be?
At this point, it's looking to be probably 4 tires and fuel again. I don't think we are not quite close enough to the end to be risking 2 tires just yet. It's still got a chance for another long run. Although this track hasn't been eating up tires so much, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see a couple of cars try to take that 2-tire gamble to get track position.
Yeah, the leaders look like they're all taking 2. Whoa, really close coming out of the pits with DS Gaming.
Ooh, but DS going to take the lead off the pit road. Oh, and it looks like Janza and Spookboy got together.
That's the second time today we've seen that, isn't it? DS Gaming, this pit crew has been on it today. Fantastic pit stops from him. And just barely beating the 85 coming out of the pits. Oh boy.
I mean, man.
So well done to the Power Sport Racing pit guys at the number 15. Bringing him to the lead. You choking on that hot dog there, Jacob?
No, I'm choking on air. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're supposed to breathe that.
He's choking on something. Ooh, woo.
Good.
Oh, God.
We're good.
So,
We're good.
Janza also lost a spot, but I think they might have taken time to at least try to fix up that rear end.
Contacted coming off a pit road, too.
What is the desperation in YouTube chat? We're going to stop streaming this crap on YouTube. You guys suck. You're terrible.
I'm jumping over the YouTube chat, and I'm starting to time people out.
What are you guys doing, man?
You're all fired. Every last one of you.
Wow. So Nitro's up to 7th as well. He gained 3 spots in the pit cycle. Great pit stop for the number 40. So we're going to get ready to go green again, and boy, these pit stops have been fantastic.
All
We
right,
got
I've
3
YouTube
lap...
chat up.
Hold
I
on.
want everybody to know that I'm going
Why
to be
does
timing you idiots out.
Deitch have roof damage? Hold on. I'm taking a quick pause. Why does Michael Deitch have roof damage?
Did he roll?
This happened under caution. Something happened to the 57. I don't know if it was legit. Oh, it was in the pits. What?
How did he get roof damage in the pits?
Oh, he spun the 82 trying to get into his box and then got... What?
Went upside down. Have you ever?
I have never.
Oh my god! And
That
they
is
still
a
serviced the car.
first.
That's amazing. They probably just put the freaking tires on just as it is.
I've never seen that in my life. That's
That's a new one.
What?
That's amazing. That's
Michael Knight has
amazing.
probably had some of the worst luck this season. Just,
So Nitro's getting out of his box. The 82's trying to get in his box. Big contact. Then Deitch sticks his nose
And
up the inside. VGO3 says, no, I got to get in my box, and throws it in reverse, and it flips the 57.
wow. Wow.
I...
And then Chris runs into Michael while he's upside down, trying to leave his box.
And they had to get a tow on that car. Fiasco stuff.
So he's gonna be a couple laps down then.
Oh, gosh. He's 1 lap down. So, we're going to go green with 3 cars a lap down. Or 4 cars a lap down. I don't know where the 3 is. But CodyHGaming recently took the lead in the pit stop, and green flag is out again with 30 laps to go at Nazareth. And what a great start by the 15 and the 85. They're going to try and clear this lap traffic as soon as possible because they are slow. And they're going to box in Janza. The 34 and the 57 are going too wide. These are both lap cars with the 39 on the inside. Janza and Cody are just stuck up top.
This does not look good.
Yeah, this is where things are gonna get. Way too
I'm
fast.
worried about turn 4.
Promising.
I'm
Just
very
like
worried
the-
about turn
the
4.
3 car is slow. The 39, 57.
Oh, they're
slow.
tucked up right underneath each other coming through turn 1 kink.
Kink,
And
yikes.
Deitch is so slow. Johnston
Oh.
sticks it up the inside.
Oh, Carnation's in the middle.
That's going to put
31.
Cody up top.
92 stuck his nose in.
They keep it clean somehow.
Carnation now tries to get to the inside of Janza.
Whoa. Cuts off Johnston. Now they're
Do that.
The
Now
big
Cody's
winners.
gonna lose.
Oh, careful. There goes the 98. He's around. That's going to be another caution. Oh, Nitro's in it. Oh, Austin Rip and Fireball. And they're still wrecking.
Oh, and
Cody
Austin
goes
Rip
around.
piles in too. Oh, they're
Big
God.
wreck for the
there's-
28.
Oh,
Oh, goodness.
oh.
You hate to
Oh.
see it.
Who's flying on the grass?
That would be Michael Deitch.
Austin Rip
Yeah,
just went
the
over.
guy that just flipped over on pit road. Yeah.
No, Austin Rip just drove through the grass in the dogleg.
So, oh my goodness. It's Asteroid Strike this time. Again, it's coming out of turn 4. And again, it's the... Cody comes down the track trying to get under Michael Deitch. Asteroid Strike doesn't know they're 3 wide. And what could he have done?
Look how much room Michael Deitch had up at the top of it. Like,
And then, as they all pile into the
Cody
outside...
gets turned again by Deitch.
No, it's
Cody comes up and hits Mike-
Pure. Pure's trying to stay out of this wreck. He goes to the inside, and he gets turned off of Carter Friesen, and Cody goes... You're right, Cody goes into Deitch. And
Yeah,
gets
Cody
hit
gets
by
into
Mark
Deitch.
Silas.
Yep.
And then
Oh,
you
my
can
goodness.
see
How Cody didn't
where
get
is it?
destroyed in that wreck, I have no idea.
Well, he's
coming
got
up through the grass.
significant
There he goes,
damage.
Austin Rip. Austin Rip full throttle through the grass.
After being involved in the first wreck, the hood's popped up and gonna send.
He's just getting spots. What a
Full-
guy.
Look at this.
He's
That's a power
picking
move.
up all
That's a
these
power
spots
move.
right here.
Killed
Like
that last one, dude.
later.
Stop the track.
Oh, yeah,
They
that was
race it
pretty
back
much
to the
done.
line in the Sim series, and boy, do they ever. I mean, look at them. Look at Austin Rip go. Oh my goodness, taking everything he can get.
Yeah, that just sends it.
Oh my
just send
goodness.
it, and because of that, he's 17th out of that whole mess.
Well, do we have any pit stops?
I mean, now
Some
he's
people
gotta
involved
come
in the
to
wreck
pit.
would be.
Well, none of the leaders are. Austin Rip's coming in. Despite making all those spots, he's going to pit anyways.
Pennsylvania
And
be wild.
Deitch
is
as
great.
well. Oh my goodness. I don't think Cody's out. He just has a lot of damage. Oh! Resub, baby.
Ow!
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. And thanks for the ow, Jacob. 4-month resub.
Imitate what I heard, that's all.
From the Ben Crazy. You love to see it. Thanks so much, Ben. And Carnation, you're absolutely correct. This has become a war of attrition. Just look at the 84. Look at the number. What is that?
They tore the freaking front off the car and we're like, you know what? Go. Just go.
So
it's now modified. It's not even a stock
Bumpers
car
be
anymore.
damned.
well, we're having all these like minor smash 'em ups. We've only had one retirement from this race, and that's just because Jake got collected in 2 wrecks. The 39 is still somewhere on track, and that blows my
Nobody's
mind.
died. Nobody's like flipped upside down other than Dyche on pit road. But you know, whatever.
39 is being scored in 39th place. How about that?
Fittingly enough.
39 and 39.
He
So
is one of 4 cars a lap
oh
down.
my goodness. Through the fire and the flames, it's DS Gaming in the
point
lead.
out that Jacob Hintz is sitting in 10th spot right now.
Yeah, after
Jacob hits also
taking
hit
out-
Janza under caution.
He took out Janza under caution. He took out Priya under green flag situation, and the number 0 is sitting in the top 10 right now.
Let's go, baby.
Chase the Coyote up into 9th, Janza falling down to 8th, Ryan Johnston's up in 7th, but the big winners through that chaos were the 0-1 and the 0-2. Xander M and AFK Master both carved their way through the lap cars, no problem. They're currently sitting 4th and 5th. So,
Yeah, well, guess what? Now they got to do it again.
yeah, it's the usual suspects at the front: David Don, Trace Rider, and NASCAR Lover. And Michael Deitch is going to be joining them in a minute. I think he's just making his way up through the field. There he is. My goodness.
Oh
That's an
no.
abomination right there.
Hey, how did they tear the front off of Austin Ripp's car and not off of that car?
Well, look at how do you can't tear the roof off the car.
The front end was all screwed up too.
Oh,
Tear the roof.
boy.
You know, he should just run a roll cage, really. With a
Well,
spoiler.
look at it's got a curved roof. This car. Everyone else has a flat one.
He's getting an extra downforce. Extra downforce in the center, right on the center of gravity. It's a total power move.
Oh my goodness.
Explains why his car's slower than everybody else's.
So, DS Gaming in the lead. He's got a teammate lap car beside him. And he's got just over 20 laps to try and get the win here at Nazareth. Green flag in the air yet again. And a decent start from David Don could put his teammate at risk, but it looks like the 34 might let the 15 go, and the 95 and the 02 look like they might have gotten into each other. But David Don trying to get back on the lead lap. He knows we might get another quick caution here, and he's going to be racing his teammate.
Ooh, that's a ballsy move.
Well, same thing's going on behind him with the 39 and the 6.
39.
And the 85.
AFK Master's gotten past his team owner, Xander M. Now he's looking to the inside of maybe getting through the lap number 3. And they're still side by side. David Don trying to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, DS
And,
can't clear
oh,
the 3 wide back there. Xander M's in the
it's
middle.
Johnston again trying to stick his nose up the inside. This time it's the 0-1 of Xander M. That 92 has been aggressive every single lap. And here comes Chase the Coyote. First time he's had a great run.
He restarted
rides out of a car.
So DS Gaming takes the lead, and he's got a bit of buffer. A teammate lap car behind him between himself and Hello IMU. AFK Master looking to the inside of McSpookboy through turn 2, trying to get a good exit out on the back straightaway, but it's going to be tough. He's going to slide up behind the 6, maybe have a look up the inside now as the 85 Hello IMU trying to get past the lap number 34. The rest of the pack running pretty much too wide. They're going to cross the line here with 20 laps to go at Nazareth. And with the 85 clear of the 34, it should be a good fight to the end. We know Hello MU has a really fast car. We've seen him and DS Gaming battle it out, but the 85 has been quicker on track. Remember, the 15 got to the front based off of just a great pit stop. See if he can stay up there. As Xander M now battling with the 02, these XMRC cars fighting each other could cost them some time, especially as they're this close to McSpookboy in 3rd. Ryan Johnston goes really wide in turn 4, but it looks like the 7 and the 95 are too busy battling each other behind him to take advantage. Spookboy looking to get past David Don. Hello IMU closing in a little bit on DS Gaming. It's about a 1/10 of a second in the last lap. And the 0-2 goes wide. Xander M looking to take advantage on the bottom. Ryan Johnston going to follow him. Two XMRC cars battling each other here for 4th place. McSpookboy still unable to get past David Don. He's been trying, but he hasn't really had a move that he could make. Try as he will, AFK Master is eventually going to drop back behind his team owner, and here comes the 92 of Ryan Johnston looking to the inside into turn 3. 0-2 goes really wide in the entry. That's not what he wanted to do. And the 92's got the space and the momentum. Looking to maybe clear him in the kink in turn 1, but it's going to be tough.
You should get him here. Should. Oh, yeah, he's got it.
Well, I don't know. AFK Master's got a good run out of the corner. They're still side by side for 5th place.
Here we go.
And 7th behind them with the 95 and the 7. They've been side by side for, I think, 4 or 5 laps. But Ryan Johnston will clear it to AFK Master, and it looks like finally McSpookboy is getting past the lap number 34 of David Don.
Not yet. And that 0-1 is right there, too.
He's been quick. Because he got past his teammate, the 0-2, pretty quickly. Now he's catching up to the back of the 6.
Tracks that are really good for that 0-1 Pocono, and now Nazareth.
No other driver in the Sim Series has won at Pocono. Xander M has dominated that track both seasons. And here he goes to the inside of David Don. Hello, he lost a 1/10 of a second in the previous lap now. And as these laps wind down, he's got to go. Because he's going to have his teammate behind him soon enough, and Xander M has cleared the 34, and here comes Ryan Johnston.
Yeah, he's just going to send it here on the bottom.
Well, he's gotta. You can't be wasting time dealing with lap cars when you're this close to the leader and in the top 5.
He's running out of time, and if there was a caution to come out, that would just take away the lap he has to get up to the front. So they've got to be driving aggressive up here at the front.
CodyHGaming still leads by about 1/3 of a second to Hello I'm You, and then it's McSpookboy, Xander M, and then Ryan Johnston behind him. There's lap number 34, but then it's the AFK Master, Chase the Cody, and one Carnation. Finally, it looks like the 7 got past the 95, but I think he got on the wall at some point because there's a decent amount of right side damage on that car.
Clearly not having a huge effect on that car.
Then Janza in 9th, despite the rear end damage, still holding on to a decent run of some sort. Jacob Hitz has dropped down to 15th. Julio Caesar sitting in 13th. A good run from him. 47 is going to go to the inside of the 95, but let's take a look at the leaders. McSpookboy is running about a 1/10 of a second faster than the leaders. So that 6 is quick. Well. Yeah, we know he dropped to the back based off of pit strategy, ended up at the front again, and here he is winding off some quick laps, but so is the 0-1. McSpookboy looking to almost make a pass now. He has closed in on Hello I'm You in just a couple of laps. That 6 is so fast.
He's got 11 laps to go.
But he runs a little bit wide in turn 1. He's going to lose a bunch of time. Here comes Xander. You cannot mess up late in the race here at Nazareth because you've got a guy right behind you who is just as hungry as you are. Xander M now going to be on the inside through turn 3.
He's gonna get there.
One mistake from McSpookboy could cost him a shot at the win. Xander M says, yes, I will take that.
See how hard he drives it in here in the kink? Yeah. No.
Xander can't quite clear the 6. Now he does coming out of turn 2.
So he's got coming to 9 to go here. He has to be perfect because we know that 6 is going to take advantage of him if he's.
Oh, absolutely. He cannot mess up. Plus, now the 92 is looking to get a piece of this action. So the top 5, all one behind another, and it looks like they're all closing in the closing stages of this race. Hello, I'm You, just struggling a little bit with the balance right now. He's still about 4/10 of a second behind CodyHGaming. Can't touch him. And now he's going to have a mirror full of the 0-1, that metallic blue Shelby Performance Parts Mustang. Looking to take second place and maybe looking to take 2 wins in a row.
Would that make him Lord of Pennsylvania?
In some
That makes him
sense,
Lord of
yes.
the Triangles.
Pennsylvania Triangles.
Lord Triangle.
Yep.
Wow. 7 laps to go. Still about 0.4 of a second between DS-Gaming and Hello IMU. Xander M peeking to the inside.
Wheels the rest of the season.
Oh, goodness. The 01, he had a good exit out of turn 2. He's going to be looking to the inside, into the braking zone. Xander M to the inside for second place. He's got great grip in the middle of the corner. What a run!
He's gonna have half a dozen laps just about to get to the 15 here and try to make a pass. If he can do it like that, he'll race.
2 races in a row. The battle has been between the 15 and the 01. And here they are again at the front of the pack, coming to 6 laps left.
Do you think DS has learned anything from last week? Maybe on how to try and block Xander and keep him behind him, but he is hauling the mail.
Don't leave that door open a crack, because you know that 01 is sticking his foot in it. And oh boy, he's just a couple of car lengths back.
2/10 faster than the leader that time by.
Yeah.
And DS Gaming is going to have to defend like hell through these last 5 laps. The 01 is just a car length back, and you know he's not scared to dive it into turn 3.
If I was him, I would just wait till the last lap. Pull up alongside of him.
Force him to make a mistake.
Well,
there's a
he
mistake
just
by
went a
Xander
little
right in
bit
the
wide
middle.
in turn 1.
Ooh, overcooked it.
Gonna cost him.
He was a car length back, now make it 2 or 3.
And Hallow's closing the gap a little bit now that he made that mistake.
And they're coming to 3 to go here.
Yeah.
So I don't think he can wait. He's got to do whatever he can to try and to get that 15 on the outside and to take that lead away. 3 laps to go here at Nazareth.
A yellow now would end the race.
DS Gaming might be hoping for just that, because now Xander M is a car length behind him again. Not close enough, I don't think, to dive down turn 3 this time, but he's going to stay behind, try and get a good lap, and we know that's the best place to pass. He's going a little bit wide in turn 3, though.
That's not going to help him.
Unless he can...
Again.
2 laps left, but he's got a good run through turn 1. If he can get a good exit, this might be it.
Yeah. If he can... I don't know.
Oh, he's got a great exit out of the corner, but he's not close enough to dive.
Yeah, DS got a better run off the corner.
White flag, 1 lap to go in Nazareth. The 01 goes wide again through 3 and 4, but he might be trying to arc it and get a better run down the straightaway. DS Gaming trying to get his first career win. Once again, it's Xander M behind him, but this time he only has 1 lap to make the move.
I think DS has it. I don't think
Xander's got to be perfect. He needs a great exit out of turn 2. It's okay.
DS has a good enough gap. Too far ahead. He's got it.
Xander is close. He's so close, but he's not close enough. DS Gaming, in fantastic fashion, holds off the 0-1 to get his first career Sim Series victory. Whew, what a race. 12 races, 12 different winners, 12 drivers who have locked themselves into the chase-offs, but there are 4 more spots available. And hey, we only have 2 more races. 2 more races in the regular season. Wow. Next week, it's Watkins Glen. And then 2 weeks after that, it's Darlington. And oh baby, it's gonna be a show. What a fantastic event yet again.
Only 4 cars led laps in this race. Emmett Lashbrook, McSpook Boy, Hallow, and DS.
Wow.
That's it. Nobody else led a lap. So half of the laps were led by no quarters.
Well, you say half of the laps led. It's actually way more than half.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do the math. they
Communications
led
major, everybody.
they led 58 laps in this 102 lap race, split between Hello IMU and oh no, I was looking at the wrong car. Never mind.
No,
They led 36. Never mind. Here in the Drive Thru Sim series, we're not good at math, but we are good at racing, and we can do that. And boy, what a show we had today.
Man, oh, man. Three of the No Quarter Motorsport got top 20 there. Jacob Hitz finished 17th.
Disappointing
great,
considering he
not
restarted
awful.
10th.
Well, yeah, but we know he didn't have the fastest car considering he's been 30th ever.
He did have the biggest brush bumper, though, as he dumped a car under caution.
Certainly interesting. I'll tell you what, Jan did a good job of finishing 9th, considering all that he's been through today.
Yeah.
And it's a decent points haul for the 47. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the point standings.
And Luke Rainey is going to suck in points again because he makes not what he needed to see.
So let's pull up the points here and take a look. That's not the points. That's the points. DS Gaming, with that win, takes the points lead and also guarantees himself a spot in the chase-offs. So a fantastic, a career run for the 15 this season. He came from a part-time ride, driving for himself last year, DNQing weeks on end, came out here for Power Sport Racing, and has taken the helm at the top of the board for DS Gaming. Chase the Coyote in second. He has not won a race yet, but
it's ridiculous.
He's come so close so many times. I think he's going to have enough points to make the chase-offs pretty safely. Then
I would hope so.
It's the 0-1 of Xander Hem, who has had dude, him and the 15 have owned the past few weeks, as well as the 6 and the 85. I feel like those 4 cars have just been there the past 3 weeks in a row, always.
We've got a big 4.
Then it's the 61 of Pure, who's also had a fantastic run. He's got a win. He's locked in. Then it's the 8 of KHP, who is not locked into the chase-offs, but he's also doing pretty healthily on points. Then Brad Flynn, Priya McShane, Hunter B, Hello I'm You. They've all won a race. One Incarnation, Richard Herman, and I think Midlife now. That's your battle for the last chase-off spot. So as of right now, Carnation and Herman will get in. McSpookboy is locked in based off of his victory, but Midlife is just on the outside looking in, as well as Mark Silas right behind him. Then it's the AFK Master and Ben Pye. Rusty Broussard dropped a lot, fell down the order today. Carter Friesen all the way up into 18th. So a great run from him again. Savage Toy Show 19th. Jake 24 went from 17th to 20th. And sorry, not 17th. 17th in the chase grid. But Jake 24 was 13th in points coming into this race. He is 20th on the way out. -7 in a race this deep into the season is a big deal. And it's DNP10 and Fireball, CodyHGaming, Mechanized Chaos, Ryan Johnson, Anderson Reed, Asteroid Strike, Janza up into 28th, Luke Rainey in 29th, ahead now of Michael Deitch. Then it's the Charters, who might not have a charter next season. The 39, the 42, the 3, the 00, they're all really struggling. The 91 hasn't run every race this season. Neither has the 84. And we'll keep looking down the order here. What a show. What a fantastic event every week.
Only in the Sim series.
Yeah. My God. A little bit chaotic, but still fantastic nonetheless.
Oh, it's a lot of bit chaotic. You got to come in expecting chaos. Come on now.
That's really just how it goes at this point. So, once again, thank you so much for being here. Jacob Hitz in the booth. Trace Ryder in the pits. Woo! You love to see it. And we look forward to next week. The Amateur League is heading back on the ovals. Although I have to look up what oval they're at. Where are they? They're back in the U.S. for the first time in a little while. And it's New Smyrna. Ooh.
Boy.
So they did go down. So we have 2 ovals in a row for the SSAL. So next week, look out for that. That'll be an hour before the normal Sim Series time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern. Then the Sim Series goes to Watkins Glen for the second last race of the regular season. And the third road course race of the season should be a very interesting one. And 2 weeks from that, it's the Darlington, the throwback regular season ender. It's going to be a fantastic time. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And if you're interested, on Twitch tomorrow night at 7 p.m., we're going to be spotting and coaching Ed Soundhead through some more rookie iRacing. Trace is going to be there as well. And hopefully I don't get shrimped. Hey, you never know. Be there. You'll find out. And see you all later. Thanks for being here.